Hello and welcome. If you are new here, my name is Brooke and I'm a mom of 5 living with my husband and children on a remote farm in central Canada. Today is, this month, just like last month, my child tax benefit came in around the same time as payday, and it's going to happen next month as well, which I really appreciate. It's kind of like my own little version of a magic month because it's just more to work with on a single payday. Before we start, I'm going to take the envelopes from my wallet, and there is nothing left in either of them. My wallet envelopes have dwindled significantly. I used to have groceries, gas, pet food, and feed store in here, but now I only have groceries and pet food, and that is because my gas I get in the United States, and so I have, instead of pulling out US cash at the bank, I have started just transferring my gas budget from my bank account onto my Coho card, which I can use. It's like functions like a MasterCard, but you use your own money with it. And so I have been using that when I go across to get my gas in the United States, and it's awesome because I get a better exchange rate than if I pull out cash at the bank, and I get cash back on every gas purchase. So in the time that I've been using my Coho card for my gas, I've gotten quite a bit of cash back, which is awesome. And I just put that right into my emergency fund every time I get cash back. So if you are interested in a Coho card, the information is down in the description. So now I have groceries and pet food, no more feed store because a fox took out our entire flock of chickens. There is nothing left in either of these envelopes this week. So let's count. There's nothing to unstuff here, so let's count what we've got for this week, and then let's get stuffing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, 950, 70, 90, 1010, 1030, 1050, 1070, 1090, 1110, 1130, 1150, 1170, 1190, 1210, 1230, 1250, 1270, 1290, 1330, 1340, 1350, 1360, 1370. I think I counted that wrong. When I got right to the end. Let me see. Let's go this way. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 450, 550, 650, 750, 850, 950, 1050, 1150, 1250, 1350. There we go. That's better. 1350. It's not very often that I have so much to work with in a single pay period. You know, it does happen, but not often. More often I have a little bit smaller amounts to work with, and so I really, really appreciate when the child tax benefit comes in around the same time as payday, because it's a lot of fun to stuff more money at once. Okay, groceries this week, 400. 1, 2, 3, and 400. That goes in the wallet. And the dog and the cat are getting 70, 50, and 70. Our cat is just crazy. He's about 7 months old now, and he's really, really growing. He's getting very big very fast. He's going to be a very large cat, and he's a wild thing. Okay, wallet is done. And in case you are curious, yes, that is my weekly spending. I do not stuff for eating out, coffee runs, personal spending. I don't do any of it. No indulgences through the week. We get groceries, gas, pet food. Okay, emergency fund. Now this one I love so much because this is the envelope that makes me feel like I've really turned my finances around. Just the fact that I even have an emergency fund at all. I love it. And I put something in here every single pay period, even if I have hardly anything to work with. So this week, the emergency fund is getting $20. So we've got 500 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So now that there's another 100 in here, I will at some point in the next couple of weeks unstuff this and move $100 to the bank where I'll put it in my high interest savings account so that it can earn interest for me rather than just sitting in this envelope. Okay, next week's groceries, 400. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the money I moved onto the Coho card for gas, that was $80, and that should last me until next pay period. Okay, then we're going to get into the kids. These envelopes are spending money for my kids for if we go on a trip or have some special event come up like our local fair or anything like that. I am not putting anything in these today. But in birthdays, I am going to put $100 because we have a birthday coming up for my daughter next month in March. So now we have 120 in birthdays. And I like to have $200 for each child's birthday. So that allows them to choose a special meal for dinner. That allows me to get the ingredients for cake and pick up some ice cream and get them a little meaningful gift. Okay. Then lessons and sports is going to get $20 today. And my kids have performances coming up on viola, cello, and piano in April. So I do need to start putting more in here because I will need to pay some fees. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 85. And that is an envelope that's always revolving, meaning like I dip into here, I fill it back up, I dip into it, I fill it back up. Clothing is getting $10 this week. My kids are really slowing down in their growth. 4 of them are teenagers, and one of them is 11, so he's still got a lot of growing to do, but the teenagers have all slowed down, so my need to buy clothing has really slowed, which is amazing because with 5 kids who are all going through growth spurts, you tend to go through a lot of clothes. So now we have $30 in clothing. And I had pulled from there as well a couple weeks back when my daughter needed some tights and a top and whatever for the play that she was in. Shoes is also getting 10. Instrument maintenance is getting 20. Okay, so we do need to replace strings on my children's instruments before their performances in April. So let's see, we got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 130. 130, I think that'll be enough for replacing strings, but strings are very expensive, especially for cello. Cello strings, I don't know why they are so ridiculously expensive. And my cat has decided to make an appearance. Watch out, you. So this cat, he is so big. He is not full grown. He is not even out of kitty adolescence, and he is just giant. And he's knocking everything over. Okay, let's make room for the kitty. All right, cello. Nothing this week. So this envelope is for my son, who will eventually need a bigger cello because he is growing. So this is not getting anything this week. And we're going to flip back here. Washing machine. We are going to put 20 in. So now we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 65, 165. And what we are saving for is eventually getting a Speed Queen. If you are not familiar with Speed Queen, you should look them up. They are like old school style washing machine. They last forever. They're far more reliable than all those fancy new machines that are out there with all the bells and whistles, and I want durability and reliability, so that is what I'm saving for. At this rate, it's going to take me a while to get there, because when you look up Speed Queen, you got to look at the price of them, but from everything I've read, it is well worth it. Hi, Kitty. Hey, you are sweet, even if you're crazy. Okay, I did not want you to lie on my binder. All right, this binder is for vehicles and farm. And we are going to start with vehicle maintenance. That's going to get 20. Okay, my phone died, so let's pick up where I left off. I've removed the cat, so he's not going to keep messing things up here, and we're going to go from vehicle maintenance. Okay, so vehicle maintenance got 20. We're going to flip back here to hay equipment. Hay equipment gets 20. So as farmers, we do cut and bale our own hay, and our equipment is quite old and it has served us well for many years, but it is time to start replacing it. And I stuffed this envelope religiously last year, and while I didn't have enough to replace the equipment that I wanted to replace, I did replace our very old, not very functional hay wagon, which was a lifesaver when it was time to bring the hay in from the fields. So now that the hay wagon is replaced, I am continuing to stuff this for eventually replacing the rest of the equipment. 1, 2, 300 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, and 70. So that is one that I've committed to stuffing every single pay period, no matter what. Okay, then in the farm, we're going to go here to property taxes, and we're going to put 20 in there. And here comes the cat. So now we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, and 30. So I think I need about, I can't even remember now what the taxes are. Our taxes, our property taxes are very, very low. because we live in the middle of nowhere. We have no municipal government. We're a very, very small community. So I think in total, we pay just over $500 a year for property taxes. So for my first installment, I am almost there with this envelope. Okay, next is, here comes the cat. Let's see, where was I? Got distracted. Property taxes, land. This is nowhere near what we need, but we will eventually be purchasing more land for grazing our cattle and or cutting hay. And this is not going to get us there, but you have to start somewhere. So $20, $40, $60, $70 now towards land. And then we're going to get into the horses. We're going to put some money aside for the veterinarian. That'll be $20 today. We have $20, $40, $60, $80, $100 in the veterinarian envelope. And I think that is it for the vehicles and farm binder for today. And now we get into the everything else binder. Holidays. Valentine's Day has come and gone, and my husband and I had a wonderful weekend. It is the one day out of the whole year when we really commit to getting out together without the kids and doing something special. And so I was really, really happy to have had the money that I put aside in this envelope for that special day. Easter is coming very quickly, so let's put 40 in there. We keep things simple for Easter, but I still like to get the kids an Easter basket with some goodies in it. Nothing crazy. 20, 40, 60, 70. And even though they're all getting bigger, I still do the Easter basket, and let's be real, I probably will just keep doing the Easter basket even when they're all grown. Okay. Let me see, where was I? We don't have anything to put in these holidays just yet. Christmas is going to get 40. So now we've got 20, 40, 60, and 70 in Christmas. And then we're going to get into the dreams. Now, when I first started cash stuffing about a year and a half ago, I labeled this section dreams because it seemed like these things were out of reach. I really didn't have any hope of making much progress in these categories. And now that I've been cash stuffing for about a year and a half, everything has changed. Everything that once seemed like a dream now seems very possible, within reach. Cash stuffing has changed everything. So our home line of credit, I'm going to put 10 in here. This is for extra payments. I do pay this regularly, but once I get $100 in here, I will take it to the bank and put it onto the home line of credit. So we have 20, 30, and 40 in there now. And I'll just keep stuffing that, and every $100 will go on the home line of credit in addition to the payments that I make online regularly. Then we have a private loan that I would like to get paid down as quickly as possible. So this is another one that I do make regular payments on. But I'm going to add to this envelope and get this paid down as quickly as I can as well. So $10 today for a total of 10, 20, and 25. Now this next one is for an extra mortgage payment. I didn't label this envelope, but this is for an extra mortgage payment, and this one really did seem like a pipe dream when I started this. I thought, oh, holy smokes, I will never afford to make an extra mortgage payment. However, now that seems within reach. So I'm putting $40 in there today, and I need $700 to make an extra mortgage payment. We pay $700 bi-weekly, so just that one extra payment will go a long way to helping get the mortgage paid down faster. So now we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, and 155. And then this one, this is a big dream of mine. I would like to build a workshop for my husband. My husband works so hard to provide for us, and he has always dreamed of having a workshop where he can just do whatever needs doing without being cramped in the garage. And so I would like to eventually one day make that happen for him. So we're putting 20 in there today, and that gives us 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125. And last but not least, our last 20 is going into retirement. At the end of the year, everything in this envelope will go into my RRSP, which is a registered retirement savings plan. So now we have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. So I don't have any real set goal for this in terms of like a dollar amount. I'm just going to keep stuffing it through the year and then see what I've got at the end of the year to put into the savings. And that is that. All done for today. Thank you so much for being here. It has been a pleasure, as always, and I look forward to next time. Bye.